In peace, sons bury their fathers. In war, fathers bury their sons. Great deeds are usually wrought at great risks. Knowledge may give weight, but accomplishments give luster, and many more people see than weigh. Men trust their ears less than their eyes. Force has no place where there is need of skill. Happiness belongs to those who are content with their lot. Of all possessions, wisdom alone is immortal. It is better by noble boldness to run the risk of being subject to half the evils we anticipate, than to remain in cowardly listlessness for fear of what might happen. Destiny waits alike for the free man, as well as for him enslaved by another's might. A man's homeland is wherever he prospers. Adversity has the effect of drawing out strength and qualities of a man that would have lain dormant in its absence. Circumstances rule men. Men do not rule circumstances. The most hateful human misfortune is for a wise man to have no influence. Of all possessions, wisdom is the most esteemed. It is easier to be prudent after an event than to give good advice beforehand. It is in the character of very few men to honor without envy a friend who has prospered. He is the best man who, when making his plans, fears and reflects on everything that can happen to him, but in the moment of action is bold. God is always on the side of the big battalions. The worst pain a man can suffer, to have insight into much and power over nothing. War is the father of all, and king of all. When the people are too curious to know the truth, they generally get so full of errors that it is not possible to set them right. No one is foolish enough to prefer war to peace. In peace, children bury their fathers, but in war, fathers bury their children. Men's fortunes are on a wheel, which in its turning suffers not the same man to prosper for long. Very few things happen at the right time, and the rest do not happen at all. Heaven does not let man see too much of his good fortune. An alliance with a powerful person is never safe. Success makes men rigid, and they tend to exalt stability over all other virtues. Tired of the effort of willing, they become fanatics about conservatism. Men are more inclined to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. It is a bad thing for a nation to raise too many soldiers. A single bad action will outweigh a great many good ones. Soft words are hard arguments. Nobody's too old for stories. To be grown up is to understand how magical they are. A man's value to the community primarily depends on how far his feelings, thoughts, and actions are directed towards promoting the good of his fellows. Men trust their ears less than their eyes. A god may give a great gift, but then destroy it with a greater. It is easier to overthrow than to establish something. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Freedom is a fine thing, but it is not to be purchased at the expense of other people's liberty.